May 28th. About 30 minutes before my next client. But I was thinking, so the theme lately has been processing what's been going on with the shootings and just other stuff, really worldwide stuff, and like my clients feeling stuck and upset and angry at just how the helplessness really of not being able, not feeling like things are changing. And they're hurting, clearly. I had one client share a story, and it reminded me of where I was at, right? This, what do we call it? Oh my gosh, what do we call it? We called it, it was not a booster, but it was a bonus round. A bonus round of love. Similar situation. And I was still struggling with it. I'm still struggling on letting this fire sign go. Because I really liked him. Like, I really liked him. I really like him. I still do. But at the same time, right? Needing to make sure that's not just anybody. As much as I had hoped it would be him. I mean, I don't know, right? Then I was thinking about it too. I'm like, why was I shown his potential future? Was it a test? Was it like... Because we were talking about that too, my client and I. I mean, we're in alignment, right? We believe the same thing. And there was this question of like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, I remember having moments like that. I don't want to do it. I'm like, it's okay. I know that feeling. It's okay to be where you're at. And then she's like, and as soon as I was telling them I don't want to do this anymore, the little voice inside was like, no, please don't leave. I said, they'll never leave. They're always there. They won't force you to do something you don't want to do. But they're always there, waiting for you to ask. And then she was asking, why am I getting hit like fast? Why am I going through these lessons fast? I said, it's because you have a purpose. And there's some of us that have to go through this faster than others so that we can then help others go through the process. So we're just talking about how it's like you have a taste of something good. That's what I was saying. You have a taste of something good. And then you push it away. I said, but it was purposeful. That's the thing. And we were talking about self-sabotage. I'm like, it's not self-sabotage. And he said, there's a reason for it. We just need to learn how to listen. What is needing our attention? Because behaviors are purposeful. What we say, there's intention and purpose behind it. We may not be aware of it, but it's there. Unconsciously intentful. To trigger other people, really, right? To trigger each other. So I was explaining to them that we need the contrast. That was a word I picked up on. Contrast for pain. It's contrast. of what we want. You need both. This fire sign posted something about that, and I was like, there was this like moment of like, he gets it. He posted the contrast, about the contrast. Posted a picture of painting of, and talked about pain, that you need pain. You need both extremes to understand both, right? You don't know love without pain. You can't understand one without the other. So I was explaining to my client that, right? That the pain is purposeful. We need this to contrast the other so that we know what we want. I said what people struggle is shifting the emotional charge to the experience. And it purposefully, right, for each person, the experience, depending on how intense it was, that process may be a little longer, a little more challenging to get to. Nonetheless, you still can. And I said, it's shifting from the emotional charge of that experience, slowly shifting it to get to a point of gratitude. And I think it was acceptance first before gratitude. Because acceptance, it's more of this, okay, I have to accept that this shit happened to me, right? That this pain happened to me. That this unbearable, unwanted event happened to me. But I'm accepting it. Once you get to that point, then the other journey to gratitude can be different for everyone. But gratitude gives it a purpose. There's purpose in it. Acceptance is more of, I just accept it. I don't know why, but it is. But gratitude, you give it meaning, you give it purpose, is what I was explaining to them. When you're able to find gratitude, what was the silver lining? What was the golden nugget? What did you take away from this experience? Because even the most devastating experiences, you can get something from it. And so then I explained, one of my clients, and I said someone told me that they heard it from someone else, that America's symbol is not the bald eagle, they said, it's a pendulum. So I said, that makes so much sense, right? Because when we get to one extreme, we sway to the other. Then I started thinking, it's the whole freaking world, really. Because their extremes are going to look a little different, but still, nonetheless, when they sway one way too much, they have to sway the other. It happens internally within us with these negative thoughts, right, that hold us back. Angry thoughts about ourselves, frustrated thoughts, why can't we do something? And then we're needing to balance that out to the other extreme, right? But then we can't just always stay there, right? Like, I'm great at everything, right? Because the reality is you're not. You sway back, right? Because then you get an experience of like that throws you off that one, right? You're not great at everything. Well, but I am good at some things, and then you find your way back in the middle. I was explaining to this person, they came from a really hurtful situation. I said, let's entertain the idea, I said, if you want to. Let's just make a list of gratitude of these both experiences that you just had, because they're both extremes. One was really good, the most recent one, and one was really hurtful. So we started making a list. And then I even said, I said, the one you're going to have the longer list of is going to be the one that's more painful. That one. And she couldn't believe it. And I said, watch. So I helped her make this list. The more I said stuff, things you don't think about that you actually find gratitude in. I said, this person taught you about jealousy. This person taught you about triggers, that you are a trigger to her as much as she's a trigger to you. This person taught you about what you don't want for yourself and what you do want for yourself. And we kept going. And then I said, you were at a point in your life where you thought you couldn't get over this situation. And now look at you. You got a taste of something good. Almost too good, right? I said, but it still was an extreme. And now you're going to find your way back. As long as you can keep taking, right, from these experiences to find your way in the middle. If you don't take away from it, guess what? You're going to keep experiencing extreme to the other extreme to the other extreme till you pick up on the pattern. And so I said, not everyone can do this. It takes time for everybody depending on their experiences. For some, it's going to take a little longer because there's so much more emotion tied into what's happening. But that's what I was thinking about, just with everything that's going on and the pain, the suffering, and the idea, right, of needing pain, which is love that's being retracted in order for expansion to occur, and then pain. So it gives purpose, as sucky as it sounds. Because people will think they lost their lives, these babies. But it's how you look at death. And I think that's where it's, for a lot of people, they struggle because of their concepts. The constructs of life makes it that much more painful. And then I sat with gratitude in my beliefs. I sat in gratitude in this awareness that I have that these events, yes, they're bothersome. I'm not going to say they're not bothersome because they clearly are. And it hurts to see other people hurting, but to know that there's a purpose, that there's purpose in pain. It eases it a little. And it almost even is enough of a discomfort for me personally to take it in and feel it enough and see the pain, but not react irrationally, right? Not react emotionally. I think that's what I was more surprised about, was just this event that happened and how sad it is. But still feeling grounded. I don't feel fear about what will happen because I know things will unfold exactly as they need to. It's purposeful. It's just a matter of, can you find it? Can you find the purpose? I mean, there's so many people who lose children all the time, and I've seen people who transform, they're quick to transform that pain into gratitude and or compassion towards the person who committed the crime towards them or their loved one. I remember seeing and being in awe of these individuals who would go to court and I mean, I remember one story where this man killed this woman's son and he was sentenced to jail, a lifetime, I think. And so what did she do? She, in essence, indirectly adopted him, this man, and made a commitment to go see him in jail, to spend time with him, to get to know this man instead of pushing him away or punishing him, but to get to know this man. And not knowing that in that process she saved him with her kindness. And he realized, and the transformation was able to occur through that process of not blaming people, but just of taking from it. What do I need to take from this experience to transform it into something else? transformative justice. That's what I was thinking. So then I thought, as I'm sharing this with more than one person today, it happened to me, or at least a whiff of it, not everything to the T. I thought to myself, I said, but how many people will actually listen? How many people would actually listen? And that's just one part, but how many people will actually decide to change how they view life, right? And themselves in it? How many people will actually do? And it just, and here's the thing, for the people that worry about trying to change other people's minds, you know who you are. You think you're doing good, and you are, because you're doing what's in alignment with you. But it starts with the self. It starts with taking care of you first. What good will you be if you deplete yourself of your energy? Heal what needs to be healed, so that when you do give out to the world, it's balanced. It comes from a balanced place. It's that whole concept of the airbag, what is it, the airbag or the air mask in an airplane? They tell you to put one on you first, before your child, before anybody else. There's a reason for that. That's all I want to say about that. Need to eat something. 2 more clients, and then I'll do my notes. Tomorrow's Carnival. I'm excited, never been. And I get ready to leave. Excited to see family one more time. This is the longest. It's funny, the videos that I'm posting right now, I'm torn about going to visit family for the holidays. Because I was in the mood then. And just seeing like where I'm at right now, I'm like, oh snap, the video that's gonna post where I don't remember which one it is, because I posted it through the week. I think it's related to me traveling, so I just thought it was funny. I'm like, oh, there we go again. Cycle repeat. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But so I realized that this fire sign is a catalyst for me. Thank you if you're watching this. You were a catalyst for me to jumpstart me back to life. So I appreciate that. I'm grateful for this experience. For his touch, tenderness, his company, his thoughts, his transparency. I appreciate it. So I don't know if we're gonna keep connecting. I mean, I was stumbling with my words in the last message I sent him. Was stumbling with my words, and then I realized I didn't send like an invitation back. So I put, maybe when you get back from your trip, maybe you'll have more free time. Our free time will match up. And I haven't heard back. So we'll see. We'll see what he says. Okay. So, bye. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my truth. journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.